is one of the biggest names in comedy, performing sellout shows across the world.
But Katherine Ryan's talents don't stop there. Last month, she made her acting debut in the new Netflix series, The Duchess.
It is so
such
good.
a great line. My entire family are dead to me.
Katherine, it's so lovely to see you. Thank you for joining us. And actually, this has had, it's been a huge success because it debuted on Netflix and it was #1 across the platform, which is brilliant. And so for anybody that hasn't seen it, will you just explain a little bit more about what we've just seen?
Well, it's a fashionable, wild fantasy, an extension of my stage persona about a woman who's 35 and she's got to make some tough decision about how she's going to grow her family. She had one baby with a boy band star and she thinks, better the devil you know, instead of rolling the dice on a whole new man, maybe double down on the first mistake.
So, I mean, there are serious similarities here. You know, the age of the daughter, which she has, same age as your Violet, and the fact you didn't even bother to change her name.
I did. The little girl's called Olive, which is an anagram. But the central relationship between the mother and daughter, that is my story. And that's the only part that's from my life, is that I've come all this way just with my daughter. And when I think about the shape of the family that we have, it's never been a drag for me. It's never been a detriment. I'm so tired of seeing single moms assumed to be failures or a mess. And this woman is not a mess, and she certainly does not disparage the relationship with her little girl, and nor do I.
And in fact, that's something you focus on in other areas in the series as well, this kind of flip of the gender stereotyping that goes on.
Yes, it's like the rom-com gone bananas that I wanted to see growing up, because it's not always going to be a man who swoops in and saves you. And equally, we have options. Their love interest in the Duchess is just this really nice man who wants to get married and have a family. And I believe there are loads of those in the world.
And your relationship, you've spoken about this with us before, with your daughter. I mean, she is absolutely your best mate.
She is, and there's a real element of warmth and sadness and heart in the Duchess, and that is, I think single mothers in particular experience this early empty nest syndrome, and she's not off to college or anything yet. She's only 11, but it's heartbreaking for me that she is no longer that little 3-year-old sidekick. She has other interests and other friends now, and it's been a real trauma for me.
Being best mates, is that going to cause you issues? Is there going to be a power struggle here when she becomes a teenager?
Yes, and that's beginning now, Phil. Our house is certainly a democracy. She makes a lot of the decisions. She sleeps in the master bedroom. She has a credit card. We have too many pets, and it's all because of my bad parenting.
You obviously coming from kind of comedy and stand-up world to then go into this big production, you know, with lots of people around you. I mean, comedy, not so much lonely, but it's definitely solo. So did it feel massively different?
It didn't feel that different because I think structurally in a stand-up narrative, we kind of know where the soft bits go and the punchlines go. And I definitely needed help. I partnered with Clark and Well Films in London, and they helped me to write that into a beautiful narrative.
Well, hopefully there will be a second series, and loads of people after this are going to go out and stream it and make sure they secure you one. But so we should also talk about the tour. You have got a new tour, no stand-up, which you're talking about, launching now. It's called Mrs. Goes on sale on the 16th of October, obviously for next year. Your last tour was written for single people, and then you got married.
Yes. My Glitter Room, which is also streaming on Netflix, was my last UK tour. And that was a celebration of being on your own. And I really meant an idea that I would get to grow into just this eccentric older woman all alone. And then I met my husband, and what a disaster that was. It was not meant to turn into a marriage, but
A bit of a fairy tale story, because you knew him when you were younger. Was he your first kind of love?
Was definitely my first love, and the only one I ever loved. I always loved him. I always knew that he was special. And then when I...
Oh my gosh, how can it pause about this story?
And I put it
Oh, no,
down.
that's a nut.
Oh, Katherine.
Probably.
We're losing you,
Sorry.
unfortunately. However, what we can say is that she was first love.
Yeah.
Met him again.
Yeah, go on.
And
Tell me more.
Well, that is fate.
It is
That's
fate.
the beauty
It is
and
fate.
wonder of fate.
You just never know, do you?
We've lost her, unfortunately, which is a shame. But The Duchess is on Netflix now. I don't know whether the line is good enough for us to say thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Sorry about that.
That's
Oh,
right,
no,
don't worry.
not your
Thank you
fault.
very much. Thank
Take
you.
care. Bye.